Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. For those of you new, I'm Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts, and in this video what I'm going to do is I am going to show you the routine maintenance that I do right before I'm going to start embroidering. So the video that I'm going to do now is going to be on the multi-needle machine. If you have a single needle machine, which is the Brother SC1900, I already did a bunch of series of videos on how to use this machine, cleaning, all the different functions and everything. So now what I want to do is I want to continue on in making a series of videos on my multi-needle machines. Now the one that you see on the left side of the screen is the Brother PR1055X. It's the newest model of the 10 needle machine from Brother. And then the one that you see on the left is the PR670E. The latest model for the 6 needle machine is the 680, and the 680, what it does is it has the Wi-Fi capability. This machine that I have in front of me does not. It just, it's basically the same thing as the 680. It just doesn't have the Wi-Fi. Okay, so, but I wanted to show you exactly what I do every morning to before I start, embroidering on these babies. Okay, so as you know, one of the things that I taught, I have a video on the single needle machine, and it talks about cleaning the area. Okay, and one of the things that I want to show you is how to clean, how I do it, how I clean the area of my machines. Now I want you to pay attention to some of this stuff. A lot of these are brushes that I use. These are mostly makeup brushes. I get them for $5 or below. I like them because they are super, super soft, okay? And they are great for cleaning the machine because they have the brushes in the different sizes, okay? Also, right here, I have my machine oil, okay? So whatever oil you use, make sure that it's oil that you can use for a sewing machine, okay? So, let me also show you something else that I use that is pretty handy to remove the lint, okay? And it's this right here, which this is a disposable brush for eyelashes, okay? You can buy these a whole bunch at Amazon, okay? And I really like them because they really get in there and they can collect the dust really well, okay? Now, when you buy your machine, this is the brush that you're going to get with it, okay? This is the standard brush that you get. Hold on, I want to. Okay, it is a very good brush. It's very handy, but as time goes on, this brush is going to start to get a little dirty, and you're obviously going to need replacements. So the ones that I just showed you are pretty good, solid replacements for those. Okay, so all right, so let's start. Now, let's talk about cleaning the lint on your machine. Now, on both of these machines in the arm, you're going to have a lid like this, okay? And this is the area where you have your bobbin in there, all right? So let me lower this down, and I want to get in there really quick. Now, I am working on the 10 needle machine, okay? But I will open up the 6 needle machine so you guys can see this area on both of these machines are exactly alike, okay? Now, this is the bobbin, and you're going to remove it. Now, my machine is pretty clean because I have the habit of actually cleaning my machines when I shut down my shop. Okay, some people clean the machines right before they're going to start. Me, I'm kind of the opposite. Right when I'm finished working for the end of the day, before I shut down my shop, I actually go into each of these machines and I clean all the lint out of them. Now, when you have your Brother machine, when you get it, and I'm going to go ahead and make this little closer just so you can see. The Brother machine is going to come with this brush. Now, one of the things that you do with this brush is you're going to go in and you're just going to go like this, and you're going to have like lints, and you're going to have a bunch of threads and stuff like that after you embroider in there. And the whole thing is to you to go in there and just clean it all out. Now, as you can see, I don't know if you saw, but I did see some. There were some lints in there. And you can go in there and you can just go ahead and clean it. And you just want to make sure that this space is really, really clean. Okay, you want to take all the dust out of there. Okay, just like I am doing. See, and what you want to do is you want to put the brush in and you want to come out. And I don't know if you guys see, but see the little bit of lint that you see right there on my brush? See, like right here? See, that's lint from your thread. So that is exactly what you want to get removed, okay? So you're going to go ahead, you're going to go over here and you're going to clean it all out. Now, remember I talked about these little makeup brushes? These are pretty good because it can help you to really get in there. And I usually go in and I just turn it around and you can see there is still some little dust in there. Okay, obviously you're not going to be able to get every little thing in there, but you want to try to clean up as much as possible. Okay, so another thing also is you may want to at least once a month remove this plate right here. Okay, I'm going to put this in here. This plate right here, let me move this camera a little bit so you can see. It has two screws. The screws are right here. Okay, so you're going to want to remove those two screws with this little wrench that came with your machine. All right, now I do have a video on how to remove this and what it looks like and how to clean this out when I had some bird nesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that video to the video description below to save some time, so that way this video is not like super long. But I'm going to show it in that video. It shows you how to remove this and how to put this back and what areas to clean. Okay, so just something for you to remember. Okay, now do I remove this every day? No, I do this once a month and I've already done it. It's already clean in here. What I do on a daily basis is I clean this area right here. All right, so also let me take you over right now to the 6 needle machine, which is right here. Okay, and I'm just going to open this up because I want you guys to have a visual, all right, so that you can see whether you have the 10 needle or the 6 needle, it's really the same. And as you can see, look, I have a little bit of thread in the area in here too. Okay, I did use this recently and I don't think I remembered to clean this. Oops, I'm going to try to put the camera here so that you guys can see how I actually do this. You know, you're just going to move this down. Okay, it doesn't go all the way down, just a little bit. Then you lift this up and then you're just going to move this out. All right, you're going to take your brush and you're just going to gently go in and remove any type of lint that you see. Now, like, I don't know if you noticed, but see, there's a little bit right here. See, little thread that I just picked up. Okay, so you just want to go ahead and you just want to give it a nice, good clean. See all the dust that I pick out? That's all you're doing. Okay, you're putting the brush in and you are pulling out the thread. Okay, that's what you're doing. And I actually take my hand and I try to pick out the lint because I don't want the lint to go back in. But that's how I do that. You put your brush in and then you're just smoothing out whatever lint is in there. Okay, it's important that you do that. This is how I start my day. Okay, and there you go. So after that is done though, I have them both out on both machines. I always put the bobbin thread right next to it. Okay, so I don't want to lose anything. So let me just go back a little bit. And I'm going to go back to my 10 needle machine. Now, as you can see, I have my machines off. I don't have them turned on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn them on one at a time. All right. So I just turned on my 10 needle machine. Okay. And you're going to get this message every time it turns on. And it talks about putting your oil on there. And I think it went kind of quick. Let me turn on the 6 needle machine and see if you can see the message as it pops up. Okay, I'm going to put that on here. Let me get out of the way so that you guys can see. I know there's a little glare. So there you go. See how it says, please put a drop of oil onto the hook at each use, every time you use it, okay? There you go. And I hit OK. All right, but let's go to the 10 needle. I'm at the 10 needle, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do the oil, okay? Now, this is how I do it. I click on here where it has the tray. You have the tray and the 2 needles. Once you press this button, this is going to get highlighted, and you're going to see like a little bottle with a little drop of oil. All right, I click on this, and then right here you get this error message saying that the handrail is going to rotate automatically to a position where it can be easily oiled. Please keep your hands away from the hand wheel and the hook. Okay, and then you're going to hit OK. When you hit OK, what's going to happen? I'm not going to hit it now because I want you to see what actually happens in here, okay? I'm actually going to hit the OK button right now. See how that moved? Okay. Now, there is some kind of a little bit of discrepancy here, okay? Here it kind of says for you to go ahead and put the oil right over here. You can do that. That's what they say. However, though, I just want you to know, recommendation from my technician was to oil it somewhere else. Okay, so I'm going to show you where I actually oil it, and it works fine. And I'm going to make this a little bigger because I want you guys to actually see what I'm looking at, okay? Let me just place this here. All right. I have my oiler right here, okay? And this is the area. You see this little block right here where you see that split? I take a drop of oil and I just put it right there. That's where I put it. On this side, okay? Then there is an area in here that you can drop your oil into on the other side, okay? That's close to the picture. And I'm going to see if I can show you right here. Let me try to move this. And I'm sorry, I just want to make sure that you guys can see exactly what I see, all right? Because I think that's important that you guys get this visual, all right? And I'm going to try to make this as, let me try to see if I can get an angle that is really good for you guys. All right, here we go. And I'm going to try to make sure I don't have my finger in the way. Around here, okay, there's like a little hook area right here. Just drop a little bit of oil right there. And you see it kind of like moves out like that, but you're just going to put one drop right there. And that's it. Okay, but in addition to the drop that I put in here, my technician said, put it here as well. Just put one drop. It's not going to hurt, just to make sure that it goes nice and smooth, okay? Once that is done, I hit the OK button again. And then that's it. It goes back into place, and I am done oiling this area, okay? And once that I'm done oiling this area, then what I can do is I can take my bobbin, okay? Make sure that I have like 2 inches of tail. Okay, that's good. And then I just put it in here. And you want to make sure you hear that click, okay? So there's a click. And close that in here. Okay. Now, there's another area that is required oiling, and I don't do this really much at all, but it is the needles, okay, the individual needles. All right, so I'm going to lower this so that you can see the needles, and this is the same for the 6 needle as it does as for the 10 needle, okay, both. If you go like this goes down a little bit, okay. Now some of these may not go down, you know, some may not go down like this one. This one's not going down at all. This one's not. They're kind of locked into place. Some, I don't know why, some go down, some don't. But you can move this around, all right? So, you know, and the way you would move this around is you would click on these buttons right here. All right, so right now it's on the first needle, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around with these needles over here, all right? And I'm going to see, like, this one, 10, 9, 8, 7, okay, up to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These go all the way down. Now, let me position the camera so you can see exactly where to oil this. Now, oiling these needles, I only do once a month. I do not do this all the time. What I do on a daily basis is cleaning this bobbin area out and oiling the bobbin area. When it comes to this and comes to the cleaning this plate right here, I only clean it once a month. That's it. Okay? This is once a month. This is once a month. This is every day. Every time you turn on the machine, this is what you want to do. Okay? So let me position this so that you guys can see this really well. All right. And you are right here. See how this is going all the way down? Okay, awesome. Now, right here, you see, and you know what? Let me make this a little bit in there so that you guys can see exactly what I see. Hold on. Because this is like really like important. And I want you guys to really see. All right. I'm going to push this down again. To take this and I'm pushing this down. There you go. All right. Perfect. You can see. Right here. Let me take my little oiling pen again. Right here you see like a washer. Right? So what you want to do is you want to put a dab of oil around this area underneath the washer. That's it. And then push the washer down, or the washer will go down on its own. Okay? You don't want to put the oil on top of the washer. You want to lift the washer up. This little felt, it's like, it looks like felt. And you want to put the oil right between. Let me see if I can move this a little bit so that you can get a better view. Right here. See how this has this right here? This is what you want to oil. This area right here. Okay? Where you see the between this. All right? So you do that for all of them. See, like I'll lift this up. I'll put a little dash of oil there. Okay? Little dash of oil here. Here. Now you see how 6, the other one, number 6, doesn't go down. See? This one doesn't go down. This one doesn't. Well, this one does and this one does, but 6 doesn't go down. But that's okay. So the way that I fix that is, I'm going to go back here, is you're going to go right up here, and then instead of hitting number 1, now I'm going to hit number 10. And when I hit number 10, it's going to move this. Okay? So now that that's moved out of, this is moved, I should be able to now, see? All these will now unlock. Okay? 5 for some reason is still not thing, but I just have to play around with this. So here we go. So I'm going to go right underneath here, put a dab of oil, and just a drop. You don't put a lot. You just put a little drop in there, okay? And even though this isn't going all the way down, I can get underneath there and put that oil in there. And let me see if I hit number 9. Let me show you what I'm going to do here to try to see if I can get number 5 to come down. I'm going to hit number 9, and then number 5 didn't come down. Let me see if it'll come down now. It's not. For some reason, it's not. But that's okay. I don't know why it's locked, but it seems to be locked. But that's all right. I'll just put it in there. Okay, so that's good. All right. So now I have that oiled. Okay. So same thing. What would I do on the 6 needle machine? I'm going to come over here now to the 6 needle machine. Same thing. All right. If you look underneath, it's the same machine. Exactly the same machine. The only difference is that I'm going to oil. Let's see. I'm going to oil this area here. Okay. Let me do that again so you guys can see if you have the 6 needle machine, because it is a different screen. All right, so in here it's the same thing. You have the same button. This is the 6 needle. Hit that right here. You have the bottle with the oil. Hit that. It's going to say the same message that I saw before. I'm going to hit OK. And that, it gives you the same picture. And I do the same thing. Okay. I put the oil in both places. I put it in here, like the technician told me, a little dap in there. And then I also put a little dap right in here. And then I'm good. And then I hit OK, and it moves back. And then I take my bobbin, and I make sure I have 2 inches. I put it in. You hear that snap? You're good. Same thing with these needles right up here. Okay, I'm just going to lift you up just a little bit. There you go. As you can see, these are all kind of locked. I only have these 2 that are just coming down. Put it right in here. A little bit of oil. A little bit of oil in here. There you go. All right, let me see if I move it. There you go. Now it's coming down. Sometimes if you move the needles, it'll come down. See how now these are all coming down? There you go. This one's not. Let me see if I just move it. There you go. Move it again. And I think I oiled this, but now I'll oil it again. It's no big deal. There you go. Okay, there you go. All right, done. Okay, so they are all oiled. Okay, so now that everything is oiled, then I'm good to go. All right. Now, just something to show you guys also as well. As you guys can see, I have a couple of tails that are like hanging here. A lot of times when I am embroidering, I don't like my tails to hang. So I like to hook it. So a lot of times what I'll do is I hit this button right here, which is to hook. So obviously you see that they're all like hanging, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my first needle. You hit that. Oops, sorry. And what that does is it moves the machine to the first needle. The first needle is right underneath here. And then I'm going to hit this button right here to auto thread it. All right. But before I do that, I'm going to take it out because it is threaded in the needle. So I'm just going to take it out of the needle. Okay. I'm going to take all of them out, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to rethread all of them. Because I like my machine to be nice, neat, and ready to go. All right, so to thread them, each of these, you hit that button. After you hit the number that you want to thread, all right, you hit this button, and then this thing comes right out. And this is the hook right here. This hook goes right through the eye of the needle. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this, and you're just going to wrap it around. And you know what? Let me make this a little bit closer so you guys can see exactly how this is done. Okay. Here is your needle. Okay. So you see how the threader came in. So I am going to wrap around, and then you just cut it right here. And then you just go and see how it does it. This is perfect. See? Okay. I'm going to do the same thing up here. I'm going to hit number 2. Okay. Let me hit number 2. I'm holding the camera while I'm doing this at the same time. So now I'm at the number 2 needle. Okay. And I'm going to take my thread, which is right here. All right. Now, the thing is, my thread is already kind of threaded, but let me show you how to thread this machine also. Even though I have a video, but just to show you real quick, let's say you put it through the hole, right? You're going to take this, you put the thread right here on the hook, and then you're going to go like right here, and it's going to go right into here. And then what you do is hit that button to thread it. The hook comes out, okay? And then you're just going to go like this. Cut it. Press that button again, and it threads your needle. Real easy, okay? So you can do that with all of them. It's really, I recommend that you do that. You want to make sure that they're all threaded like this, so that, because if you start the embroidery machine with these things hanging, you don't want them to get caught in the design, okay? Because they're going to be floating on your fabric, and while this is embroidering, if the tail is too long, it can get caught underneath your design, and it's not going to come out right, okay? So guys, this is it, okay? This is the entire video. This is how you do it, okay? So in this video, just a little quick recap, okay? I showed you exactly the bobbin area, how you're supposed to clean it. I also showed you how to oil it as well for both of these machines. So, and also, little bonus, showed you guys how to thread it, how to use the needle threader at the end as well. So hope you guys liked this video, guys, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I am going to be doing more and more videos on both of these machines so that I can talk to you guys in depth about all of the functions between both of them, okay? I know there's a lot of folks out there that have a lot of questions about it, and you know, I'm sure that there are folks out there that have the machines and just haven't played around with all of the functions. So anyway, guys, like I said, hope you like it. Please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I will see you guys later. So happy sewing and happy embroidering. Bye.